What does wearing cowboy boots say about a person? Now, I was talking with Will Roman of CHISOS Boots, and you guys probably seen that interview, and he said something that really struck me during that interview. He's like,
people who wear cowboy boots are a little bit different than the rest of society at large, and it's a little bit like pulling on the uniform, like that you're standing out a little bit, and that you have a responsibility to behave a certain way. And I think that what I've seen is that people who are drawn to boots, who either come from Texas or outside of Texas, there's almost like an ethos that comes with it, that these are the types of people that look out for their neighbors.
And it got me thinking, what does wearing cowboy boots say about a person? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's get into it. So, I have a little bit of note cards, but I also asked you guys for your opinions today on Instagram and Facebook, and thank you to all of you who responded. But first, I think it's important to get one type of person who wears cowboy boots out of the way. And that is the person who wears cowboy boots to country concerts and other stereotypical events, but never wears them anywhere else. Are you kidding me? It's really disappointing to me when I see these comments on Twitter where it's like, I'm going to a country concert, can I borrow anybody's cowboy boots? It's like, you should have cowboy boots to begin with. Those people are posers, and you shouldn't trust them at all. Here's the thing though, there's a caveat to that one thing. If they own up to it, and they say, yeah, I'm just wearing these boots just so I fit in, like whatever, it's cool, like this is just part of the thing, then they have some potential. So now that we have that person out of the way, what about the regular boot wearers? Maybe not everyday boot wearers, but a few times a week. What about those folks? What does wearing cowboy boots say about them? Well, for me, it comes down to 5 things. A person who likes cowboy boots appreciates quality, not only in the products that they use and wear throughout their life, but also in the people that they associate themselves with. If we think about why the cowboy boot is such a high quality product, we think about the history of it and why it was created that way. So I know a lot of folks like to say that the cowboy boot started around like the Civil War, but the Civil War boot wasn't very well built at all. So when folks started to move west after the Civil War, they needed better boots. So boot makers in Kansas and Texas and along those lines before you get way out west, they created a very high quality boot so that people can explore the new frontiers. So this is another thing that I think about when I see somebody who wears boots. And what it says about that person is that they are comfortable exploring new frontiers. Now, I'm not talking about like outdoor frontiers, because as far as the US is concerned, like the West was the last time. Maybe Alaska, but what other frontiers are there now? There's lots of frontiers. There's frontiers in business. There's frontiers in education. There's frontiers online. There's frontiers everywhere, and the people who wear cowboy boots are not afraid to explore new frontiers because they associate themselves with a piece of clothing, a piece of footwear that was made to handle new frontiers. You know what I'm saying? And then, on top of that, we're getting into the third thing that I think about. I think it says that they are respectful and considerate of others, but at the same time, they're not ones to take shit from people. You know what I'm saying? So we can be respectful and considerate and have empathy for somebody else's situation, not judge them right off the bat. Part of being respectful is not generalizing as well. So all of these things, appreciating quality, taking advantage of new frontiers, being respectful and considerate of others, that then leads into my last 2 points about what it says to wear cowboy boots as a person. Your uniqueness and individuality. So maybe not down in Texas, and some of you folks who are watching, these are just normal things to you, right? But in the north and on the coasts, it's not so popular to wear cowboy boots. So it shows your uniqueness and your individualist approach towards your style and towards the way that you want to live your life. But finally, it shows that you have confidence, and having each one of those things, appreciating quality, taking advantage of new frontiers, and by also that I mean, you're not afraid to put yourself out there and learn new things. You're being respectful, you're unique, you're not afraid to live life. That's where the confidence comes from. That's where the confidence comes from. So those are my 5 things. That's what it says to wear cowboy boots as a person. I'm talking about both men and women here, because wearing cowboy boots is all the same when you're a human being. What do you guys think? Open up some of the comments that you guys gave me on Instagram, and then I'll go into the Facebook group. So Big Lippy on Instagram says, it's someone who is confident in their identity of masculinity or femininity by wearing boots. Exactly. So true. We have Jeff is Jacked saying they're hardworking, so that means they're probably going to be my friend. Yeah, exactly. They're so easy to approach. 2 people wearing boots, they can be friends right off the bat. Colin says country, either from the country, like country music, or wish they lived in the country. Now, this is a good point, because that's the association, right, that we were talking about. Just because somebody's wearing cowboy boots doesn't mean they are country or that they like country music altogether. I mean, it's a popular thing it's a popular generalization to make, right? It makes sense, it's a stereotype, but it's not always necessarily true. There's plenty of people in the city who love cowboy boots and wear them on a daily basis. And I mean, they are very happy in the city. They are happy with what they do, and maybe they don't even like country music. Oh, and cowboy boots and Coldplay. It sounds like a t-shirt or a mug or something. Boots mean respect, confidence, and uniqueness. When there's a job to be done, we see it through to the finish. Quality is something that we like to witness, so we get out and show up all of the cynics. Yeah. All right. What it means to wear cowboy boots. What it says about a person.